Job was a wealthy man who lived in the land of Uz. He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys. He had many servants, and he was considered one of the wealthiest men living in the East. Job also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. He was a blameless, good, and upright man who avoided evil and worshipped the true God. One day, after roaming the earth, Satan appeared before God. "Have you noticed my servant Job?" God asked him. "There is absolutely no one like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil." "Sure he is," said Satan, "because you've blessed him so much. But take away all his blessings and he will curse you." "All right," said God. "You may take things away, but you may not touch the man himself." One day, a messenger arrived to tell Job that the Sabians had attacked and killed his servants and stolen his oxen and donkeys. As he was speaking, another messenger arrived to say that the fire of God had fallen and burnt up the sheep. A third messenger arrived to break the news that 3 Chaldean raiding parties had made off with his camels. Then a 4th messenger arrived and said that all 10 of his children had been killed when the house they were staying in collapsed. Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground in worship. Yet he refused to curse God for his suffering and sin. "The Lord has given and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised," he said. Satan, after roaming the earth yet again, appeared before God. "Have you seen my blameless and upright servant Job?" God asked. "He still maintains his integrity, even though you have tried him without any reason." Satan said, "Well, if you strike the man himself, then he'll curse you to your face." So God allowed Job to be tested further, but his life had to be spared. So Satan went and afflicted Job with painful sores all over his body. Job took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. But he would not curse God for his suffering. His wife urged him to curse God and die. "Don't be foolish," Job replied. "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" When Job's 3 friends heard about Job's troubles, they set out to sympathize and comfort him. They hardly recognized the man before them. They wept, tore their robes, sprinkled dust on their heads, and sat for 7 days and nights. No one said a word for 7 days because Job's suffering was so great. When they did speak, Job's friends weren't very helpful. They suggested that Job's suffering was probably because of his sins. They thought God was punishing Job. Job believed God was fair and just, yet he didn't understand why all these terrible things were happening to him. Eventually, God spoke to Job, asking him a long list of questions to show how little Job knew about the power of God. Then, God blessed Job. The Bible tells us that God gave him twice as much as he had in the beginning. He became wealthy again. He owned lots more animals. He got well from his sickness, and he even had many more sons and daughters. And God blessed him with a long and happy life. I hope that each one of us will choose to be like Job and trust God, even when we don't understand. Amen.